Alrighty, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm actually going to be doing a Q&A from questions you guys asked me in my last video. But before we do that, I do want to talk about a few things. First off, I went to the Sprouts Farmers Market, got some organic foods like bananas, apples, and most importantly, pasture-raised eggs and organic chicken breast. That's right, I am out here saving the chickens. But I need to go get a haircut because my hair is getting long. So we're gonna go do that, and then we will come back here and we will answer your questions. Now, Walmart was in that cupboard, so we do need a new place to go. I think this cupboard will do. And we are back from the barber. How do you think she did? I think she did a pretty great job. I personally like it a lot shorter, but the problem with having bad eyesight is that when she asks you, is this short enough? You can't really see, so you're just kind of like, yeah, but I'll definitely adjust it for the future, have it a little bit shorter. But I'm still waiting for the top of my hair to grow out a little bit longer because I do like it a little bit longer on top, so it's not a big deal. It was 24 bucks for the haircut plus a tip, so pretty average price for a haircut. I'm definitely going to be going back to that place because it's close to my apartment and the people do a pretty good job. Currently, I'm going to make some dinner because it's like 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna set up the camera, we're gonna make some dinner, and while I'm making dinner, I'm going to answer your questions. Alright, we're gonna start out with a pretty hard-hitting question to kick things off here. Q&A Flamm, do you think there will ever be a solution or cure to your condition? If so, do you think it will be available in your lifetime? Love the new content. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the support. Do I think there will ever be a cure? It seems like it's pretty likely considering the pace that stem cells are going. But I'm really not sure. From what I understand of how the condition works is your body attacks the cells and then the cells die. So you need to first stop your body from attacking the cells and then you need to replace those cells. So with stem cells and gene therapy and stuff like that, it seems like it is possible for it to happen. Do I think it will happen anytime within like the next 10 years? I'm not sure. If I do get a cure, I would hope that it would be within 10 to 15 years so I can still live out like the prime of my life and actually enjoy life, because if it's anything later, I'm really not going to get to experience what I really want to experience. So we'll see whether it does end up happening. I don't really have that much hope for it, but it would be awesome if it was a thing. Alright, next question, Q&A, are you going to still do weapon review videos? And I'm going to combine that with kind of the general question of, are you still going to play video games? The short answer is currently no. I'm not going to do weapon reviews probably ever again for Fortnite. I think I'm basically done with Fortnite. I don't feel like I have that much to offer anymore. Obviously, the weapon reviews were very popular and I appreciate everyone who watched them and I really enjoyed making them, but they're just too difficult for me to make now. I can't do it anymore. As for gaming, a lot of people suggested Minecraft. Maybe I'll think about it. I'm not really sure. I've never played Minecraft or anything. I do want to play like some story games. My favorite story game of all time was The Last of Us. So if the second one does come out within like a year, which hopefully it will, then I might consider doing like a playthrough of that because I absolutely loved the first Last of Us, but I'm not really sure. For now, I'm just going to be filming my life, which is obviously another question. I'm going to be filming my life, trying to make content that way, and yeah. Alright, next question is, where did you learn to edit so well? Thank you, I appreciate it. And how do you edit with your vision problem? So, editing really isn't a problem with my vision. Like I talked about in my initial video talking about going blind, I still do have my main vision. So editing isn't too big of a problem. I just need to be really focused because if the mouse moves anywhere out of my vision, it's really hard to find it again. It takes me like 10 seconds or so to actually find my mouse. So it can be a little bit slower than most people when they're editing, but I can still do it pretty efficiently. I just need to be close to the screen. I need to take the time to do it. And obviously I need to have the vision prior so that I can actually make it happen and look good in the video. Here's a question that is kind of related as well. What made you start making YouTube videos, and how did you start? So what made me start making YouTube videos is just watching other gaming channels. There were some awesome ones out there. I used to watch Call of Duty Zombies all of the time, and it just made me want to start my own YouTube channel. And then when it comes to how did I start, I quite simply just started making videos. I think I made like 300 videos before I switched to Fortnite. I was playing Destiny 1. I made like 300 videos in Destiny 1, probably like 30 or 40 videos in Destiny 2, and then I finally switched to Fortnite and I started getting a lot more success. So that's also where I learned to edit a lot of my videos, and where I learned how to do kind of the cooler effects. Is I just had ideas when I was playing video games and I was like, I want to implement this. I would look on YouTube for how to do it, and gradually over the years I just started becoming a lot better at editing. Another question here is, how do you make money? Do you work part or full-time, or just YouTube? So currently I am just doing YouTube. I took all of the money that I saved from doing Fortnite videos for a year and a half. I don't know how long it was, but I took all that money and I've had it saved, and I moved out here, and the plan is to keep doing YouTube as long as I can. If I do need to get another job, hopefully I can find another job, but I'm gonna give everything into YouTube and try to keep going. But we will see what happens if I can actually do it or not, because it took me a long time to break into the gaming world and find my personal voice. So we'll see how long it takes me to break into the real world and try and find my editing voice out here as well. Alright, we're about to find out how good this organic chicken breast actually is, by the way. Here's a question that's pretty well related to what I just answered, but it asks if I have any plans for college. Currently I don't. I was someone who really enjoyed music, so I always thought about going to college and learning how to really study music theory and then being able to play trombone. But with my eyesight, it's really hard to read music, so I don't know if that's something I'll eventually do. Maybe if I do end up going completely blind, I'll get a lot more into music and love it a lot more, but as for right now, I'm just going to stick with YouTube, and we will see where we go from there. Alright, another question here. Why did you move specifically to Phoenix instead of a different city? Well, I wanted to move to Arizona because it doesn't snow in the winter like it does in Idaho. So if I'm going to be independent, I want to be able to actually get around the city. And when it comes to Phoenix specifically, I was just looking for a place that was close to a gym in a location that I liked, and it just so happens I ended up in Phoenix. So no really specific reason other than for the fact that I wanted to move to Arizona because I wanted it to be warm. Alright, this next one isn't actually a question, but it's something that I want to kind of address. It says, what time is it? Time to set up a GoFundMe page. I'm probably never going to have a GoFundMe or a Patreon because there's no cure for me. There's no surgery, there's nothing expensive. I just really have to live life, and I don't feel comfortable taking people's money. The closest I ever get to taking your guys' money, my viewers' money, is something like a Fortnite supporter creator or something like an Amazon affiliate, where you're already going to be purchasing things, but if you use my code or if you use my links, then a little bit of it does come back to me. So that's as close as I'll really ever get. I'm probably never going to have a Patreon. I'm probably never going to turn on YouTube memberships. It's just something I really don't want to do. Alright, next question here is, Flamm, have you considered getting a pet? If I do get a pet, it would be a dog. I'm just not sure. Obviously, when you're depressed and you're lonely and you're just kind of anxious and you don't really know what's going on in your life, having something like a pet seems like a good idea, but it's also a lot of responsibility, and I feel like I wouldn't really give it all of the attention it really needs and deserves. So I don't know, maybe sometime in the future. Currently, I'm not really considering it. Alright, now we're getting into some pretty hard-hitting questions. So what's going to happen when you go blind? Will you be with family or by yourself? So I do have a really supportive family, and I'm sure they will take care of me if I do go completely blind. Again, I'm not sure if I am going to go completely blind or not. It's still up in the air whether I will go blind or not. But yeah, if I do go blind, I will move back in with my family. Alright, chicken's still cooking, so we're going to give the spaghetti a little taste test. And a shocker to no one is that it tastes like spaghetti. Alrighty, moment of truth. We're going to find out if this tastes twice as good, since it costs twice as much. There's definitely a significantly better taste to that chicken compared to the other chicken. Alright, we're gonna end on one final hard-hitting question. It basically says, are you living better now or do you prefer the way it used to be? Well, currently, I'm still very much depressed, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it completely honest, I'm still really depressed. I'm still living every day, going through the motions. I'm still trying to find a reason to live. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. And at least back when I was living at home, I had my family and I had everything like that. But I always just had this feeling where it's like, what am I gonna do with my life? I'm going blind. I'm wasting so much time just laying around, feeling sorry for myself. It felt really good when I first got out here and I had everything that I had to do and I was just constantly going. But once you slow down and things just kind of become your regular everyday life, you just start thinking a lot more. But the short answer is no. I'm not any happier. I'm still looking. I'm still going to push through it. I'm still going to try and find that reason to live, and I'm still going to try and find a way to be independent, because my whole life I always was a really independent person. So it's really hard having this hit me to the point where I can't be as independent as I want to be. But like I said, I'm just going to keep pushing through. So sorry to end this video on kind of a bummer, but I just want to be honest. That's the way I'm feeling. Hopefully the next video isn't as much of a bummer, but thank you if you made it all the way to this point for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.
Out of town, there's no hope for me. I fell down the bottom, so I fell down way deep. But if I can't have the real